Hello and welcome back to X-Carbovore. Today we're going to hit those numbers and we're just going to talk a little bit. Some of the dialogue, maybe some things I've been reading from Dr. Sean Baker's book on the carnivore diet. I'll see you on the inside. Welcome to X-Carbovore. This is day 17 and I'm your host, Kian Anian. So happy that you've come again and that you have found this channel. If this is your first time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and help me be accountable. This channel was created because I have a carbohydrate addiction. I love sweets, I love breads, I love cakes, I love it all. It's delicious. And unfortunately, my body doesn't work well when I eat that way. And I've kind of been forced to live a carnivore life. And it's been really good to me. I've been now online for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, going into my third week. I've tried carnivore off and on this year. Last year I had some tough news from the physician. I had tumors in my stomach. I also have some from earlier in my chest area and one in my thigh, as well as other ailments that I didn't know were affecting me and affecting my life until I started the carnivore diet, and then those things started to subside. But eating the carnivore diet has taken away the pain in my stomach when I eat. Biopsies were done and those tumors are benign. And they gave me medicine for the pain, but it never really worked. And I'm a kind of guy that doesn't really like to take medicine, but I took it for the duration that they asked me to, and it wasn't working. And the only thing that really helped the pain go away was for me to eat what they call an elimination diet. You take everything away and you start with basic, and then you could add on to it and see what your body accepts. Well, even now, my body's not liking the coffee anymore. So even though at the beginning of the year, I decided I was going to cut that away, it seems that coffee isn't really agreeing with me lately either. So I'm not sad. I know it sounds sad, but I'm not sad. I'm quite happy. You know, what I found in my life is most of the things that I enjoyed has always been connected to or surrounded by or built upon the foods we eat. You go to the amusement park. You're wondering, where can I get that funnel cake? Where can I get a nice juicy hamburger and some fries or whatever specialty they have? Get some pretzels, some ice cream, some cotton candy. Along with the rides, those things go hand in hand. Same thing at the movie theater. Wife and I went the other day and we literally brought in my chopped pork so that I could have some snacks while we were eating. These things are part of the culture. It's part of the way we live, part of the way we journey. And it's tough when you try to build your life on the outside of that and not have the food become the main character, but to be what it was meant to be. Sustenance, building blocks for the body, fuel for the body. Instead, we've created it and made it into something totally different. Yes, I still look forward to eating. And even now, I look forward to eating steaks. I look forward to eating steak with butter. Yummy. I just had some today. By the way, that was my meal for today. But it's none of the extras that are all killing us and poisoning us and causing many of the ailments we have today. So I'm happy with the journey. And as the title of this show today is the beat goes on. I'm just trucking along. I'm just trucking along. And I hope that you are getting encouragement or entertainment from just checking me out, seeing how I do. Right now, I want to get into my numbers for today. Well, good news today. My blood pressure, now 3 days in a row, has been well within the normal range. I believe I am 128/78, and I'm feeling great. I'm not on medication. And officially, I came off my medication in May, something that I would not recommend for you to do, but something that I did. And I'm looking forward to my next doctor's visit. I believe it'll be in January or February this year, 2025 coming, for my annual checkup, which they will also do and have me go and see the blood pressure technician specialist to take my blood pressure. And I'm looking forward to passing with flying colors. And then I will tell them, yeah, for the last 8 months, I've not been on my medication. I'm loving the numbers I'm seeing today. When I first started this channel, my numbers were not so great. Even while I was on medication, my numbers were 148, 150, 160, over 92, 96, and so on. And at my worst, it was 220/110. But medication wasn't always helping me either. The carnivore diet, when I started doing the carnivore diet at the beginning of 2024, that's when I started seeing some change in my blood pressure. And now, here we are, the end of the year, and I'm starting to fall into that regular normal range, and it's really exciting to see. And this goes on with other ailments, not just my blood pressure. And I'm not the only one that's had blood pressure changes for the better, but other things. I had a skin tag right under my eye here, and it's totally gone. And you can't even tell that I used to have it. In the beginning, there was still a mark there, but now that mark, everything is totally gone. And that's just the beginning. Today, I'm starting to get my superpowers back. My nose, and I didn't know that I wasn't smelling things. I keep saying this, and I've said this in several videos already, but I mean, unless it's something super strong, I can smell it, but I didn't realize there were scents throughout the house. I didn't realize that when people are sleeping, there's carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, whatever, the exhalation of the breath, I'm losing my mind right now, is in the room, and it has a smell. I can walk into people's homes and smell things that I've never been able to smell before. But when I am doing carnivore the right way, the inflammation, it must be inflammation that's around my olfactory nerves that help me to smell, it decreases. And all of a sudden I could smell like a champ. I mean, it's something that small, but something so great, especially when you didn't even recognize that it had left. Let's look at the next number here. So we're going to deal with my glucose. Yesterday, I believe my glucose was 4.5. Today, my glucose is 5.0. And that's a good thing because it's still within the normal zone. So I'm in a good zone right now for my sugars, which is great. Unfortunately, because my glucose has increased a bit, it's probably going to change my GKI and the glucose ketone index, which is okay as long as I'm under 3. As long as I'm under 3. Let's see what my ketones are. Yesterday, my ketones were 4.8, which was on the high side, which is okay. Still working well. Today, my ketones is 2.6, and that's not bad. That's still in a very high, or as they classify it here, an optimal zone. So my ketogenic state is optimal. And why do I share these numbers every day? If I share my glucose and my ketones with you, then you can see for yourself if I'm staying on or if I've kind of uh, hopped off the wagon for a while. And as you can see, my ketones, my sugars, they should be totally out of whack. If I've taken something or I've eaten something that I shouldn't have, or if there's a medical problem with my body. And neither of those things are the case today. Let's look at the next number. All right, so here we have my GKI, the glucose ketone index. My personal goal is to stay below 3 and below. That's the zone that I need to be in for my ailments. What are my ailments? I don't have cancer, but I have tumors, and they're similar, other than they're benign. So I want those to be gone. I can feel the ones in my chest and the one in my thigh, and at times I can feel those in my stomach, depending on how much I eat or drink. I can feel the ones in my chest decreasing and going away. So much so that I could feel a skeletal structure like stair steps. It's kind of interesting. They feel like steps as I press down against them. So the zone that I need to stay at, 3 and below, helps cure these things. And that's why I look at the GKI, because I think it's such a better indicator of what my body is going through and how I'm feeling. Today, my GKI is 1.9. Yesterday, it was 0.9. And that's because my glucose and my ketones were in the 4 range, 4.5 and 4.8 respectively. Now it's 5.0 and 2.6, something like that. So it gives me a 1.9, which I'm super happy about. That again is a high therapeutic GKI ketone level. And that's what's important for me. So let's go to my least important subject, measurement, when we do our measurements. And let's do that right now. So as many of you know, I didn't start the carnivore diet for weight loss. I did it for medical issues. Weight loss is a side effect of doing the carnivore diet the right way. And with any sort of weight loss program, you're going to have plateaus. I've lost a ton of weight last week before my hospitalization, and it's been kind of slowly tapering down. Yesterday and the day before, I was 89.9, and it had not changed. It stayed the same. Today, it actually has gone back up. It's 90.1. And that means I've increased 0.2, which really, I've not really increased anything. I just think I'm at a plateau, and that's fine. I'm not so much worried about that. I keep track of my weight so you can see as well. And maybe your priority would be a weight loss journey. And that's okay. You can join me in doing this together and see how your weight loss journey does or goes compared to mine. Everyone doesn't lose weight the same. Everybody's journey, everybody's body is different. So the fun part about carnivore is once you start, your body just begins to heal itself. We don't have control over which parts of the body begins to heal first or how long it's going to take to heal this portion or that portion. But it's the healing that's important. And that's the part that makes me super excited. And so I'm happy that you've come to spend this part of your day with me. I'm happy that you've checked in on me. And more than that, I'm happy that today's another day that God has given us for a great life. If you've enjoyed this content, please subscribe. Drop me a note. Let me know how you think I'm doing. Or just let me know that you're watching. In any case, please tell your friends that there's a guy like me doing a thing like this. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Be blessed.